Hi, this is Matt with Inmate Search Info. Today we're going to talk about how to find Hawaii inmates. Now, Hawaii is one of the states, and there are a few of them, that does not maintain its own inmate database. And as is the case with a lot of the other states that do the same, they don't actually have their own database. It's probably because the Hawaii inmate population is quite small by the standards of most other states. Based on the stats that we have on our site, inmatesearchinfo.com, about 3,400 incarcerated inmates. And so the cost, the effort, the work involved with maintaining that kind of database, as well as things like privacy concerns, means that Hawaii has opted not to go that route. Having said that, there is a link that we have. If you click our link below to Inmate Search Info, you can get this link to this victim notification service that is available, where you can include Hawaii in that kind of search, and you will be able to get information, kind of narrow down, hopefully find the person you're looking for, and then get notifications about any changes in their status and anything to do with their particular situation in prison. It may be premium. You may have to pay something for it. And also, if you are outside the U.S., you may be blocked from entering it. So if you are in that situation where you're outside the U.S. and you're trying to find someone that may be incarcerated in Hawaii, we have a link below to a VPN service that would allow you to access that if that's of interest. But unfortunately, there isn't a straight searchable free service that you can do. We do have links and phone numbers on our page to be able to contact the Hawaii Department of Corrections directly. They may give you some information over the phone. They may be able to do something a little more analog for you because of the small prison population. It's probably not overrun. So I'm sure that's call they get. So our numbers, if you can see it, it's right here. Otherwise, check out our page and you can check that out. Hawaii does, however, offer a sex offender search like a lot of other states do. And so if we take a look at that, again, it's going to be information based on searches that you do. So you can specifically look for all kinds of offenders. And again, this is going to be to do with, as it relates to sex offenders and offenses against minors specifically, or you can narrow down that criteria. You can find out, again, you can kind of search all to kind of cover all your bases, but whether they're actually registered, whether they're from in the state, out of the state. Obviously, if you're trying to find out if someone's specific, maybe a sex offender, you probably just want to click all for everything. You can also do searches based just on a location. So if you're thinking about, something to do with a new place to live, your residence, or an area, and you want to make sure that you aren't moving somewhere where there may be some kind of predators, this location-based search might be useful for you as well. We'll try a quick search just so you can see. All right, so I've just popped in Michael Smith, just a generic name, verified I'm not a robot, and we'll do this little search here, and no information. All right. Let's go back then. Let's try it just by Smith. Let's see. There we go. So again, really small prison size, really small population. So that's a good thing, but had to narrow that down a bit more. So we've got a list here. Again, some places in their sex offense searches will let you do only include people who are out and about, like registered, those who are, are out. Obviously, they're also including people who are actually in prison. So if we take a look at someone who is registered, photos, pretty typical for sex offense searches so that you can readily identify someone, and year of birth, not the date of birth. And then you also have a list of addresses. Usually a requirement of being on the sex offender registry is that you have to notify them when you've moved, where you're located. And so things like where they're employed and also where they're living will be listed there. Vehicle information, again, kind of an underrated but useful tidbit of information, as well as the offense. Now, they're not going to break it down for you specifically, but you can also click on a link to kind of give you a better idea of the different types of offenses as it relates to this kind of offense. So that's pretty much it for what Hawaii can do for you with regard to inmates. Obviously, not a lot of info on the inmates, but feel free to check out our link so that you can contact the Department of Corrections in Hawaii directly, or get the link to the victim notification site as well, so that you can, hopefully find the information you need, even if it's not a straightforward search for you. We've also got other types of resources, information on background checks in Hawaii, and a whole lot more. So please check out our link to inmatesearchinfo.com. Thanks very much for watching.